Hi everyone, it's Tracy Lewin.
And Peter Murray. Good morning, Tracy.
Good morning, Peter. How are you on this fabulous morning?
A Thursday of events. This is what it's going to be. That's what I feel. I see the American president and Australian prime minister had a row. So that's how the day starts.
Well, he seems to be having a row with a few people, huh?
Yes, it was the worst call ever.
So, let's just see what impact it's going to have on the Bitcoin price, maybe, this year. Who knows?
Well, the worst call I've made ever was a few years ago, not buying Bitcoin when it was under $1.
Actually, the interesting thing is, I was chatting to somebody yesterday who lives in Brazil, and he actually got involved with Bitcoin 6 years ago. He is obviously an RT type of person, and he just said, initially he thought it was a scam. And he just didn't want to put any money into it, and he said he didn't trust the technology, and now he bought Bitcoin 2 years ago, and he's now kicking himself that he didn't buy more. He says he should have been a millionaire by now, with Bitcoin. But that's really how the dice rolls, Sometimes we are faced with choices, and we are too scared to take that risk.
We are, but our success are directly related to the amount of risk that we're willing to take.
Yes.
And we sometimes forget that. But the price, 986.
Well, you know what? Through the night, interestingly enough, I was awake and I had a look. It went past $1,000 on the, I think it was OKCoin and then BTCC in China. So it was already going past 1,000. So this is going to be very, very interesting to see what's going on here in the next while. And it looks to me that there's a little bit of volume that's picking up again.
Well, slightly so, and but that's a good thing. And well, we'll keep an eye on this, and we'll keep you guys appraised of where the Bitcoin price is going. Let's check the news and see if we can make any sense of what's happening.
Okay, let's just go up here. I actually was open at another story that I remember now that we spoke about last night, but it was a little bit late last night when we did the news. Okay, and this story too, actually, it's about the alternate coins as well as Bitcoin. And if you really want to know where the coins are in terms of top 10, just go to CoinMarketCap and have a look there. You'll find all that detail.
Yes, the thing is and the interesting thing is, Tracy, even with all these new altcoins and whatever, Bitcoin's still outstripping all of them by a wide margin.
Yes, and there's obviously at the end of the day, people are still optimistic because they just know that Bitcoin was is such a success that they really are looking for that second Bitcoin or second coin that's going to make a big difference so that they can cash in, obviously.
Yes, people are very much a speculative mindset in these type of markets.
Okay, New Zealand Bitcoin extortionist jailed for blackmail. This guy was sending letters to a few companies in New Zealand, and he was trying to get some ransom money from them, and saying that he demanded ransom deposits of 100 Bitcoin and full payment of 500 Bitcoin by September. So it looks like he was caught, which is a good thing. So now he's obviously going to be somewhere in jail.
So he's going to Bitcoin jail.
And actually, this is to me important. So many people think, like we've just spoken really about, this guy who 6 years ago got to hear about Bitcoin. And 6 years ago, Bitcoin was really, I think it must have been under $10 or something, must have been less than that. Anyway, there's no better time than buying Bitcoin now. I mean, we didn't buy it 6 years ago or 8 years ago, and you need to buy it now.
The time to get involved in the digital economy is when it's in its infancy, and it's not even born yet. It's still very much, in the beginning stages. It's still in the embryo stage.
I know, very, very exciting to be involved in this industry so early. You know, it's just going to be amazing. Okay, study. There's a study that was taken, 18 to 34 year age group, optimistic over UK economy despite Brexit.
Yes, I think, you know, people have now realized that, look, the UK is going to leave the European Union. Actual fact is, this was ratified by Parliament last night. We didn't mention this, but it was voted for in a big way. So Theresa May is now going to trigger Article 50. The UK is going to leave the European Union. People have accepted it now, and now they're going to make the best of it. So, you know what? And the UK will be fine.
Yes.
And the European Union will be fine as well.
Yes, yes.
So,
you know, you just have to embrace change, and the more you push against it, the worse it is for you.
Well, the thing is, once a decision is made, you've got to live with it. You can't just keep on grabbing onto the past and try to relive that. That is, you know, that is not a productive way to live.
Yes. So this is Harrods, and you could definitely use your Bitcoin debit card there. So I wonder how many people are going to, or rather have, a Bitcoin debit card. I know I have one, and it works beautifully.
Have you used yours at Harrods?
No, but I will next time. How's that?
That is true. Did you go to Harrods while you were in London, Tracy?
You know, I went to Harrods ages ago and didn't, in fact, walk right past the place, or drove right past the place, didn't even go in.
Okay, very interesting.
I was rushing to Blockchain Week.
Oh, I see. I forgot about Blockchain Week. I heard that you spend days and nights there at Blockchain Week, absorbing all the information flowing through the veins of the blockchainers and Bitcoin believers.
Yes, yes, it was wonderful. Thank you. So identity startup Cambridge Blockchain finishes 2 million fundraise. There's a lot of attention at the moment to identity on the blockchain. Can't come sooner as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I'm thinking, you know, how many times did you have to take your KYC to your bank, your utility bill and your passport or ID document?
Never ending, never ending.
They continuously ask for the same documents. So, you know, it would be nice if you can do it once and never again.
You know, I actually I learned something quite interesting because I had to apply for a UK visa. And what they actually say is once you apply for that visa and it's, you know, it's done the term, they actually completely wipe your details off their server or their information or whatever, or their system. So now imagine if blockchain was around and is actually working for identity, then, you know, you never have to take all those documents again. It's just there, you know, they know who you are.
Yes, and can give you a permanent visa.
Yes. Okay, a new version of Open Bazaar is just months away. So this has been quite a successful platform, e-commerce platform.
Yes, absolutely. Open Bazaar has been running for a while now. And I'm looking forward for us to see this new version.
Yes. And as we spoke about earlier about the Bitcoin price, here's just an article that Bitcoin price crossed as 975. I mean, everybody's pretty excited about this, obviously. Global political tensions are, you know, also cited here.
Tracy, while you're talking about the Bitcoin price, how long have people still left to go to our prediction page and try to win that half a Bitcoin?
It's only today, Peter, only today, because there's a cutoff. We don't look at anything on the 3rd.
Okay, so go to that video. I'm not going to tell you guys where it is. Go listen to our videos. Find the one where you need to make the comment. Post a price prediction, and you have the potential of winning half a Bitcoin, which at current prices are very close to $500.
Yeah, just keeps going up. I mean, where do you actually get a prize that just keeps growing in value? It's incredible, you know, only with Bitcoin.
That's amazing.
Okay, and this is, seems that, you know what, crime doesn't pay. Well, for some people. Bitcoin exchange, coin.mx, criminal case sees the senior, in fact, it was the son, Michael, who no, hold on a second. Is it Michael? Oh yeah. Anthony is the one who actually did this this Bitcoin exchange, and the father seemed to be implicated as well. So now he's decided to plead guilty, and he's the one going to jail.
Yeah. There's always something happening, that. Oh, I'm going to repeat this, and I'm going to say it again. If you want to own your Bitcoin, you need to own your own private keys. There's no reason to put your Bitcoin in the hands of somebody else. Don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it. Okay, yes. Oh my goodness. So we're just talking about thieves today, because here's another thing. Credit card thieves move online as chips thought in-store fraud. So it's really just saying, all the chips that we've got in our cards these days, it's very, very difficult for criminals to use them. So they can't really steal cards anymore and just go and swipe. And now they're moving into online stuff. So, of course, this is now moving another criminal element into our digital economy.
Yes, and, there needs to be a lot of more of research done on this whole idea of preventing, cyber attacks and cyber crime.
Yes. And, many people in Bitcoin also want to know how can they make money with Bitcoin. And this is actually a very interesting article that you should read, because it's all about owning your own Bitcoin ATM. And if I look at the numbers here, it looks like it's pretty profitable. That is if you have it in a safe place, because there was some vandalism in America just a week or so ago.
That's very interesting. But yes, there's many ways to get involved in Bitcoin businesses, and the ATM is one of them.
Yeah. They say people are making profits of $30,000, $100,000 per machine.
Wow, that's not bad.
Yeah. Okay, so is Bitcoin dead? No, it's definitely not. And this is just a blog of some interesting graphs, and take a look at that. Just to show you that, hashing power is going up, Bitcoin adoption is going up, wallets are going through the roof. Everybody's, getting wallets. There's just, of course, the traded volume. We've seen a much bigger traded volume or higher traded volume since really, I think it was about December, the end of November, December. We started to see some really good traded volume come through. So there's a whole lot of stats that actually prove that there's definitely Bitcoin is far from dead. It's got a pulse and it's pulsating.
Yeah, no, it's very much alive.
Construct. This is actually Construct is a conference that was happening. Production blockchain's 2 years away, experts say, and there's a lot of work that's actually done in the private blockchain space.
Yes, I mean, we saw this at Blockchain Week. How many companies are actually, looking at building their own blockchains? And also what's very interesting to me, Tracy, is this hybrid idea where people are building a private blockchain and then using the public blockchain to confirm some of their transactions and stuff. So that's quite interesting as well.
Yeah, very, very. And then this next article, also, can you see the guy with the long nose? And unfortunately, there's many people walking around with these massive long noses. Beware of crypto MLMs and high return investments on social media. And, and the sad thing is that there are many people, their first exposure to Bitcoin is through one of these hypes or through a crypto or an MLM, where you don't really make money on the so-called mining. You'd have to recruit all the time, or sometimes there's just no mine at all, and it's just somebody who's set up a fancy website, tells you that you're doing cloud mining, and then runs off with your money. And unfortunately, there are many people who are caught in this. I was caught in it as well, and luckily I saw the light and realized that it's really people who are creating these companies. It's got nothing to do with Bitcoin at all.
Well, buyer beware.
Yeah, definitely buyer beware. And I'm putting some motivational stuff on our page as well.
Well, I feel very motivated then. Thank you very much.
I'm just feeling it. Okay, how Bitcoin companies can legally operate in Switzerland.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so Bitcoin companies need to do business in Switzerland. They need approval by the FINMA. But in actual fact, what Switzerland's doing now is they're wanting to have more startups. They are really, really trying to push for more startups in their country. I mean, actually, I'm going to do a thing on Switzerland. That's the next thing I'm going to do. Because there's a lot of interesting stuff going on there, Peter.
That's very interesting. If you say you're going to do a thing on Switzerland, what type of thing are you talking about? Are you going to do a video? Are you going to do a blog?
Well, I'm going to do a blog, and then perhaps we'll do a video.
Okay, well, it's interesting, you know. We need to educate people on what's going on everywhere in the world. So it's very, very important.
Yes, that's the plan. So I'm going to every country, and I'm going to do it at quite a pace as well. So it looks like that's the end of our news, Peter. Let's scroll up to the top here. No, that's it. We'll end up on the price. Did it move? Yeah, it probably did move, but it's looking good. So Peter, that's it for today. We'll do it tomorrow as well.
We'll do it tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to seeing you and announcing a winner for our prize watch.
Yes, we've got that on the card, so that's going to be interesting. I think maybe we might do it a bit later on in the day, but that's going to be very, very exciting. So get your predictions in.
Get your predictions in. There's half a Bitcoin to be given away.
I know, incredible.
For free.
For free, yes, for free. Thanks, Peter. We'll chat again.
Tracy, have a wonderful, wonderful day. We'll be talking tomorrow.